Hello, this is the No Bitches Guide for world recording in Megabonk. The maximum kills you can get in this game is not much more than 2 million. If you can see higher kills on the leaderboard like Bozo, I don't even, Dilf, Mistroy, alright bro. They are cheating. Guaranteed. I say that because after the 60-minute mark of the ghost waves, the overtime ghosts, they instantly kill you, no matter your build. And 60 minutes of farming gives you pretty much 500,000 kills. Since there's 4 total overtime ghost waves, 4 times 500,000 is 2 million. Pretty easy to understand. But maxing out all 4 ghost waves is the challenging part of the record. In my 1.6 million kill run, you see there, I'm number 108 now. I fell off. It's because I've been teaching people, I swear. It's because I've kept the record. Anyways, there was a legitimate run today of 1.8 million by Ass Crack Bandit. I believe it's probably real. Because they stayed in tier 1 overtime for around 15 minutes. And they only left because they didn't get the world though and got scared of throwing an already world pace run. So, talk about the weapons you're going to be using. In my run, I use Flamewalker, Executioner, Black Hole, and Katana. But I think Flamewalker is pretty bad. I think Aura is better. Not only does Aura give you an insane FPS boost, it's also better in the early game, which is helpful because the early game is the most important part of the run. The metatomes are Luck, XP, Curse Tome, and Size. The max XP cap is 10x, but there is no luck cap, meaning luck is better in the mid to late game. It's required, because even with 5,000 luck at the end of my run, I still opened a common chest. The difficulty you want by the end of a run is a harder topic. My run ended around 750%. I've heard rumors of 250% being almost as good as 1400%. But I don't know. I have not tested it. I have no idea. But more can't be bad if you're using this strat. Except for the early game. Early game is hard. Here are the toggle unlocks I used. You can play around with the common and rares and epics if you want. The most important ones are the legendary ones. I used just Magnet, Anvil, and Joe's Dagger. I used Bloody Cleaver in my run, but I think it is bad because of the strat I'm going to be talking about. So we just run these 3. I find Anvil not very useful in the early game, as you're prioritizing leveling tomes anyway, and that doesn't have an effect on tomes. The benefit's not as good as the Joe's Dagger. If you look at the current world record, 1.8 million, not looking up at the top 3 because they're cheating. Even the 2.3 million guy, he was discovered only having 10% unlocks, and that's literally impossible to have the items he has with 10% unlocks in like 3 hours in the game. But Ass Crack Bandit, I think that might be a real run. So the goal is to banish all the legendaries in the pool, except for Zawaldo and Joe's Dagger. Anvil auto bans itself after 1, so you don't need to banish it. You can banish Power Glove, Giant Fork, Ice Cube, Spicy Meatball. I don't even grab Big Bonk. I always banish it before I even get 1 copy of it. I like getting 1 copy of Ice Cube though. And Overpowered Lamp caps at 2 and it banishes itself. Sucky Magnet does not cap, but 1 is realistically all you need. If you have more, apparently it sucks in around a larger radius. It's not important enough to get more than 1. I think if you get 1 and then banish it, you're good. I think Magnet and Joe's Dagger are the only legendaries you really need at the start of the run. And the end goal is to stack 10 to 20 daggers. I'm not sure about the you know, actual best amount, but I think around there is perfect. Maybe you can get like 15 or 20 just to be on the safer side. I had 50 in my run.
The current number 6 in leaderboard, who did 1.6 million kills with Bandit, finished the run with 50 Joe daggers. 50? Oh my god. He got 50 Joe daggers.
Definitely not needed. Extremely overkill. Wasted time with that. And since I got 30 extra Joe daggers than I needed, I cooked up a plan of, instead of using Bloody Cleaver, I uncheck it and I banish Joe dagger once I get like around 15 to 20, so then I can farm up Worldos. After 60 minutes, the ghosts instant kill you, no matter what you do, except for Worldos. In my run, I made it to 70 minutes and 29 seconds overtime because I used 35 Worldos, netting me an extra 25,000 kills. Not a lot, but extra kills matter if you want an insane world record run. Something to note as well, that stacking Joe Dagger doesn't increase the percent chance to execute. It only increases the execute damage. So if you get 10, every time you execute one, you get 10% damage. If you have 50, 50% damage per execute. So realistically, you don't need 50. It is also possible to get more than 2 lamps. If you have 2 lamps already, you can get a shopkeeper. If you get lucky, he'll sell you another overpowered lamp and you can actually buy it, giving you 3 lamps. Theoretically, you can get more than 3, but 2 is most runs. 3 is insane lucky. Don't worry about it though. It's not necessary and it's pretty much overkill, but it's just cool to think about. The character you want to use, since you're using the Executioner, you're going to be using the Bandit. He scales very good, giving you 1% attack speed every level, which is perfect for this build since attack speed is all you need if you're trying to execute the enemy. Anyways, what map should you play? This is up to personal preference. My run, as you can see, 1.6 mil, is on Desert, but most people run Forest because Desert is the mobs are way harder and the bosses are way harder, so it's just not a good time. But the upside though is the map is flatter than Forest, and tumbleweeds spawn, and the tumbleweeds give you 5 XP at the start, and they also scale XP gain. But the 5 XP at the start is very useful to get your tomes online faster, get your levels up. But main downside is, you know, the mobs are harder, so you might have to invest more resources into weapons if you don't have insane item or shrine luck. And the random tornado spawning are very annoying. Tip for the desert map, if you're going down that path, is trying to time your swarm wave next to the boss shrine to give you a higher chance of a power up dropping that'll help you kill the boss. But it's not necessary if you're high rolling. You should probably play the forest since it's easier mobs, but that's up to you. For map pathing, I like to start at the edge of the map and make my way towards the middle, but that's just my personal preference. And I try to break every pot along the way as well. If you're thinking of saving your gold for when you have a higher luck stat and then opening chests, don't, as the items from chests allow you to survive longer, pushing upgrading weapons aside, so you can pump more into XP and luck and all that jazz. Early game shrine upgrades you want to prioritize are XP, luck, difficulty, elite spawns, projectile count if you're struggling with mobs, damage as well if you're struggling with mobs, and gold gain. But I recently found out power up drop rate also affects chest drop rate, which is insanely important for the mid to late game for farming Joe Daggers and Worldos. For the upgrade priorities, I like to get XP and difficulty early, and luck in the mid game. Early to mid game. I mean, like tier 1s, I already consider mid game since you're doing an endless 60 fucking minute wave, but I like XP early, you know. In my 1.6 million kill run, I maxed out the full 60 minute ghost wave over time for tiers 2, 3, and 4, but only spent around 2 minutes on tier 1's overtime wave, giving you around another 500k kills you can optimize. The goal is to go infinite by the end of tier 1's boss and the starting of the ghost wave. And the way you do that is getting insanely lucky. Pretty much. You want to get 2 lamps and as many Joe daggers as you can. And with that, you'll be able to
Oh, also
infinitely
record your
scale.
run, so I don't think you're a cheater.
And yeah, see ya.